Hi, everyone. I'm Judy Ahumada. I'm part of the programs team here at Technovation headquarters. I'm excited to announce the next activity. Next up, we will hear from Genevieve and Shashini from Shopify. Genevieve's been involved in commerce for over 15 years, diving into everything from sourcing, manufacturing, and operations to pop up events, retail management, e commerce, organic social media marketing, and everything in between. She's an experienced merchant engagement manager at Shopify. Genevieve is passionate about finding opportunities to help people succeed. And Shashini is a learning acceleration facilitator serving Shopafolk in their infinite game of personal and professional development by delivering live, synchronous events, an expert in creating safe spaces for individuals and teams to learn, gather, and connect. She loves to create intentional and engaging opportunities in order for individuals and teams to become aligned and high performing. As a facilitator at Shopify, Shashini also brings her 10 years of experience supporting the autism and neurodiverse communities. Her mission is to ensure all neurodiversity individuals feel supported and have the right tools for success. Take it away.
Thanks so much, Judy.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. I don't know about you, Shashini, but I was listening in on that last panel and I was taking notes as well because that was so inspirational, such strong messages to come away from. I know it's maybe a little hard to follow up with that with us, but we're going to do our best. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. That was so powerful. I love listening to boss women. I'm also just jamming, as Kate was saying. So I'm here, I'm in the mood and ready for it.
Absolutely. Everyone on the who's listening in, thank you so much for joining us. If you didn't already know, you're going to need a pen and a piece of paper, or you can use a note-taking app on your laptop or your device. We're going to have you do some writing with us during this talk. So now is the time to grab that if you don't already have it, or open up that app because we will be asking you to do some writing. And while you're doing that, we'd love to meet some of you in the chat. So we'd love to have you introduce yourself, give us your name. If you're comfortable telling us your location and your age, we'd love to see who's joining us. And just for fun, what's a favorite TV show that you're currently watching? We'd love to know what you all have on your plates as we sort of start this off. And I'm going to get our deck going here. So Shashini, do you want to talk about what we're doing today?
For sure. I'd love to. Would love to also see who's joining us here. I always love asking which TV shows everyone watching because I always get a good recommendation onto my roster as well. So looking forward to that. Let me take us through the agenda here, folks. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited and so grateful for this opportunity to be here with you today. We have a jam-packed workshop for you. So let's get into it and let's get started. First up, we're going to be introducing ourselves so you can get to know Genevieve and myself a little bit better. Next, we're going to move into looking at what exactly is an elevator pitch. And then we're going to, as a group, create an elevator pitch together. And then finally, you're going to have the opportunity to work on your own elevator pitch today. Now, I know that can be a lot, so please don't worry. If you're a little bit feeling stressed or anxious, do not worry. We are here to support you through this. We are here to show you how to do it, practice together, and also give you tools for success in the future. So let's get going. I just want to also mention that at the end, we will have time for a Q&A period. So please let us know what your questions are. I believe there should be a question box at the side here, and you can have the ability to upvote questions. So that way we'll know what to focus on when we get to the Q&A period. All right, so let's get into it.
Awesome. Let me go to the next slide because I was reading the comments and seeing where everyone is from and I got distracted. I'm so sorry. But I'm so excited. I'm seeing lots of television suggestions. So I'm going to have to go back through the chat with you, Shashini, and we'll figure out some good things for us to watch coming up. But for now, I would love to tell you who I am. So I'm Genevieve. My pronouns are she and her. And I have been hearing about Technovation for a few years now. So I am absolutely thrilled to be able to speak with you today. I live in San Francisco with my husband and my 15-year-old daughter. My favorite color is black, and my favorite holiday is Halloween. In my spare time, I am a singer, actor, and a costume maker. And last year around this time, I had a piece of advice go viral, and it's something I recommend you do too. So I'm going to share it with you. Do yourself a favor. Start a folder on your desktop, or even better, like on a Google Cloud or your Dropbox, so it transfers from computer to computer so you don't lose it. And every time someone gives you a compliment, tells you you're doing a great job, or says something nice about you, screenshot that and plop it into that folder. I call mine, "You're doing a great job." Other people call them their smile file or like good vibes. And then if you ever need a pick-me-up, you feeling a little down, or you're having some of those imposter thoughts that we heard about from the last panel, open up that folder and just read through all of those things that people have said about you, about how amazing you are. It is such a serotonin boost, and it really does great things. I also have heard people use it before job interviews. It's a great way to just like pump up your confidence before you're heading to that interview and really be able to bring your best self. I've been at Shopify for over 5.5 years. I've spent most of my time talking to brands and entrepreneurs to find ways to help them succeed, which is also what I'm going to try to do here with you today. I'm also something called a belonging connector at Shopify, which is a group of volunteers who help our colleagues at Shopify feel connected and heard in their roles. And I'm super passionate about inclusive language. That's something that I just do all the time, everywhere, and I just love it.
Awesome. I love the idea of having a folder with your accomplishments, because if you're like me, and I'm so critical of myself, that when I need to brag about myself for an opportunity or look at the accomplishments that I've done, I'm so harsh on myself. So I love having a folder of go-tos for that self-reminder of I am awesome. I have done these things, and I love having that. So please, ladies, if you haven't done that already, please start a folder and just start having your accomplishments there, and you just keep on adding to it. All right. Like I said earlier, my name is Shashini, and I'm a learning facilitator at Shopify. So what that looks like on a day-to-day for me is I facilitate onboarding for our new hires, as well as offering a diverse set of workshops for teams within Shopify. So that could look like leadership workshops, how to give feedback to each other, so radical candor, but really looking at supporting teams to problem solve, build relationships with each other, and also having teams align on their team missions, which is so important for high-performing teams. Now, I'm actually pretty new to Shopify. I'm going on my 3-month mark, but I love my time here. I'm so excited to be here. And as was mentioned earlier, my background is in neurodiversity and autism. So really the lens that I like to take for everything that I do is how to support neurodiverse learners. And like I said, so excited to be here, and really excited to just dive into this content right now. I just want to make a shout out. I saw someone say earlier that it was their birthday in the chat. So happy birthday.
Oh, wow. Yes. Happy birthday. We're honored. All right. We are going to jump in, and we're going to use the poll tool now. So we're going to take a quick poll. It should be popping up in your screen momentarily. This is your chance to answer the question, what is an elevator pitch? Your choices are: when you play baseball or softball in an elevator, making people get out of the elevator so you can take a selfie, the note that's played when you push the elevator button, or a short introduction about yourself and about what makes you awesome. Now, don't worry if you don't know the answer. That's why we're here with you today. But just go ahead and give a guess. We'll see what you all think. And we're just going to take one more quick second for you, and then we can close that poll and see what the answer comes through as. I think I might have to switch over to my polls tab over here. Oh, technology is hard. Oh, we're just waiting for the poll to close, I think. All right. Maybe if our friends in the background can let us know what that poll sounded like. But If you answered, yeah, great. If you answered D, that is the correct answer. So, yep, I see 52 votes for D. Wonderful. So imagine if you got onto an elevator and you notice the person beside you is a person that could help you get your dream job, take your project to the next level, or just help you be connected in the world of tech. You have a very short amount of time, just the time of that elevator ride, to convince them that you are amazing because you are, and that they should want to get to know more about you and your ideas. That's why it's called an elevator pitch.
All right, so to look into elevator pitches a little bit more, you want your elevator pitch to be practiced. So a concise and carefully planned introduction to your business, to a project, or whatever it is that you're pitching. And we really want to be careful here because practice doesn't mean robotic. It just means that you need to be comfortable and confident in what you're saying and how you're introducing yourself. The next piece is that we want it to be short. So a general window to stick to is 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Any longer than that, you might run into the risk that your audience or the person you're speaking to is going to start zoning out. And any shorter than 30 seconds, then we have the risk that you're not fully getting your message across. So please keep that time window in mind. The next piece is that you want it to be meaningful. So use it in a situation where you have the opportunity to show what makes you awesome for the job, the internship, or whatever it is that you're applying for or the opportunity that you're facing right now. Lastly, you want to make it memorable. This is your ability for your first impression. And that's why we go into practicing it and curating your elevator pitch so that you can really enhance the memorable piece of it. In the world of education, entrepreneurship, business, and professionalism, it's important to have a general understanding of who you are and what you offer and how it is that you are impactful. So an elevator pitch in all of that, in a little nutshell, is what makes you amazing. And I just want to make another note here on the piece of understanding yourself. I just want to make note that that takes a lot of work to get done. It's work to know who you are and understand who you are as a professional. So as you move through life and through the different phases of your career, have those folders of your accomplishments. Do a lot of self-reflection pieces to understand who you are as you go through your career. And that piece is going to be something that you use consistently throughout life, and it's just going to excel you further. And also, as our former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, has said, there's power in allowing yourself to be known and to be heard, in owning your unique story and using your authentic voice.
That self-reflection piece is so important. And it happens continually, right? Like we learn, we grow, we have to continually self-reflect as well. All right, so elevator pitches aren't just for elevators. Having a practiced elevator pitch can be useful in so many situations, from getting a leadership position or into volunteerism to running for student body. You can use them to help build out your professional presence on a site like LinkedIn. I know, I don't want to be on LinkedIn either, but it's important for your professional career. It can also be to be applying for a student ambassadorship with something like Technovation. I've noticed more and more people perfecting their elevator pitches for online meetups like this too. They come in handy when you're having breakout sessions, when everyone has to go around and quickly introduce yourselves and what you do. You even saw we used a little bit of an elevator pitch in both of our introductions today for you. So even if you're not actively searching for a job or an internship, getting your elevator pitch down to a science will come in handy in all sorts of ways.
Okay, so we know that in any good story, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And because an elevator pitch is essentially a miniature story, your pitch also needs to tell your story in how it connects to your audience. So first, there's going to be an intro and a hook. These get your audience's attention. So why should they continue to listen to you? Then you're going to give your evidence, telling your audience why you are the right person for that opportunity you're speaking about. Why should they listen to you? Why are you the right person? Then next, And finally, there is the call to action, which sometimes is referred to as a CTA. And the call to action is telling your audience what you want from them, what comes next. What is your ask of them? So we're going to break each of these down into a little bit more detail as we go through. But before that, again, please, I just want to remind you to have your writing utensil or your doc open on the side, since we're going to be getting to it very shortly. And as we get into it, we're going to start a little game here.
All right, so for this game, we're going to ask you to, again, use the poll feature. We want you to pick a situation for us to create our very own on-the-fly elevator pitch so you can see how it's done. We have 4 options that we could make a pitch for. Talking to a possible partner for my mobile app creation. Introducing myself as I present at a hackathon. Running for class president. Or applying to a school or college. So this is your chance. Go into the poll and pick which situation or opportunity we should use for our live example. And I'm going to give you just a little bit because I know it takes a little while to get over there. So yeah, which one should we choose? Are we talking to a possible partner? Are we introducing ourselves as a hackathon? Are we running for class president or other student body? Or are we applying to a school? There's no wrong answer. We just need you to pick one so that we can make a pitch for it for you. And we'll just give you a few more quick seconds. And if my colleagues can go ahead and close the poll now, that would be great. And great. Let's see. We've got a possible partner for my mobile app creation as the winner, which is wonderful. So we're going to keep that opportunity in mind as we go forward. Don't forget it. We're going to be asking you some follow-up questions as we go based on the thing that you chose just now. So pay close attention.
Alrighty. I also just want to apologize here if you hear my dog barking in the background. Her duty during the day is to be security guard at our door, so you might hear her in the background. I apologize. Okay, folks. So our intro and our hook, the first part of creating your elevator pitch. Now, for your intro, you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it as, hi, my name is Shishini, easy peasy. And then the next part is your hook. So again, this is telling your audience why they should keep listening to you. For example, I'm going to use the example if you're running for student body president and you want your classmates to vote for you. Then your hook would be essentially the issue that you're running on for class president. So maybe say, for example, that issue is having extended lunch times. Then what my intro and my hook would look like is, hi, my name is Shishini. I want to extend our lunch times. It's good for community building, and studies have shown that students with longer lunches do better in class. With my experience and my communication skills, I think that I can make it happen with your help. So that was intro and hook for our example, but other hooks can include a solution to a problem that you've noticed, your interest in a particular career path, your excitement for a school, so college or university. It's really how you're grabbing their attention. You're keeping them engaged here. Okay, so let's go back to our example persona that we've created and in the poll, and that was we are trying to find a partner for our app, correct?
That's correct.
So the next part here is that we're going to create an intro and a hook for that specific persona that we've created. So you should have your next poll come up, and that is which hook best fits the opportunity for our example. So to run through that, the first selection is I've attended Technovation. I'm really interested in getting my app out to meet more people. I can't wait to collaborate with other devs to push our skill set to the next level. I'm running for class president. Or I just finished out of school and I'm looking ahead for the next year. So let's take a moment here. What hook best suits our character or persona that we created?
I'm so excited to hear what they think.
Let's see. All right. See them coming in. One more moment here, and then we can close the poll. All right, let's see what you have come up with. What is our intro and our hook? I am attending Technovation and really interested in getting my app out to more people. Love it. All right, let's keep that in our pocket as we move through to the next portion. So next is your turn. Okay, so this is your opportunity now for your intro and your hook. Okay, so let's just start thinking about yourself now. You've stepped into an elevator and there's a professional in front of you with an opportunity that you're interested in. This is the person that you've been waiting to meet. It's your opportunity and it's your moment right now. So what you're going to do is, like I said, we're going to create our intro and our hook. So you're going to start with, hi, my name is, and then go into your hook. And like we said, the hook can start something like, I want to solve, I'm interested in, I'm excited about. And remember, this is someone who you want to know how awesome you are. So we're going to come back to that. And as we said, we're going to keep adding on to our elevator pitch as we move through this workshop. So just put that onto the side and let's get into the next piece here.
Yeah, let's dive into evidence. So the evidence is our middle step of our pitch. There's so much that makes you great. We know that. So this is the time for you to pick the most relevant things to share. This could be skills you have gained or developed, your education or your field of study, strengths, accomplishments, awards, jobs or internships, volunteering. There are whole loads of things that can be the evidence. The key is to keep it short and choose the most relevant evidence to share. For example, if you're looking to land your dream internship at a tech startup as a developer, you may want to share that you attended Technovation and that you have met current developers who speak highly of the profession, and maybe you won an award for a hackathon. Because your time is very limited, remember it's 30 seconds to 120 seconds, you want to avoid less applicable experiences in your elevator pitch. Also, pro tip, if you happen to know that the person you're speaking to has a common interest with you, like maybe they share a love of a sports team that you do or a musical artist, then that can be to your advantage to work that into your pitch a little bit, but only if you have time. All right, now we're going to have another poll pop up here for you. This is your chance to choose the evidence for our example. Remember, it's the possible partner for your app creation. Which evidence should we use for this example? Should we use, while at Technovation, I learned X and Y? Should we use, at the hackathon, we solved problem Z, which was fun to hack on? Should we use, I've held leadership positions for a few years, and I really enjoy finding solutions to issues? Or should we use, in my studies, I focused on doing my best work, getting good grades, and challenging myself? So those are your four options. Remember, the opportunity we are having right now for our example is a possible partner for my app creation. Which evidence is the best for that pitch? We're just going to give you a little bit of time again to vote. Which one is going to sway the person who could possibly partner in your app creation? Which one is the best one? Couple more seconds. It looks like they're trickling in. Great. All right. Yes, you have chosen option A. While at Technovation, I learned X and Y. Wonderful, wonderful job. All right, we're going to put that in our back pocket again. And now it's your turn. So remember how we walked into an elevator and saw someone that you want to know how awesome you are? Now is your time to grab that pen and paper or your notes app again, and we're going to write out your evidence. You've already started with your hook. And now it's the evidence time. So you can start out with like, I learned about your hook while I was at a job, a program, a volunteer activity, your internship, and then go into your evidence a little bit further. Some of the skill sets I learned there were blank, blank, and blank. And you don't have to use all three of those blanks. Maybe just one or two is fine for you. That's great too. But this is your chance now to take that pen, take your keyboard, and write out your example evidence for your pitch.
Our final piece of our elevator pitches is the call to action. at the end of your elevator pitch, you want to let your audience know exactly what it is that you're offering and what you're asking for. And so that could look like setting up a meeting to have a more in-depth conversation. It could be booking an interview with them. It could be asking for their vote in a school election. It could also be asking them for their email so that you can provide them with more information, or asking them for their LinkedIn. It can be different things. It's very specific to what your situation is and what you're looking for within that opportunity. So this is a really big moment here. It can take a lot to ask for what you want, especially as a woman, to directly say, these are the things that I want. That can be a lot, and that's scary. And again, that is why we are here, to be your support. We're here to work through this together, and we want to practice together, curate it together, so that when that moment comes, you feel ready and you feel like a boss yourself. So on that note of practice, let's go back to that persona that we've created together, which was, you are looking for a partner on your app creation, you've attended Technovation, and you're really interested in getting to know more people. And while at Technovation, you learned. So you're going to be there's going to be another poll popping up for you. So that's going to be, what call to action best fits our example? So it can be either, I'd love for you to partner with me on my app. Can we set up a meeting to talk about this more in detail? It could be, I'm interested in partnering with a local org to bring my app to more people. Let's talk. It could be, can I count on you for my vote in an upcoming student body election? Or it could be, I hope you accept my application to your university. So what call to action best fits the example that we've curated for ourselves as a group here?
Well, wait, I just wanted to mention, I love that you talked about how asking for what we want is big in general, but also as a woman, it can feel like doubly big, because we're not used to taking up space. We're not used to being direct. And so it does, I love that you called that out.
It takes a lot of reflection. It takes a lot of practice. You need to just keep talking to yourself and keep amping up yourself. Remind yourself that you're awesome and give yourself that confidence.
Absolutely.
All about confidence.
Yep. And if you don't have it, fake it.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Do a little dance. It'll be great.
Little pump up dance. Awesome. I'm seeing the poll results come in. So I'd love for you to partner with me on my app. Can we set up a meeting to talk more in detail? Thank you for that. All right, so let's keep it moving here. What we're going to be doing next is an opportunity for you to now work on, what is your call to action? This is your turn. So again, you've met someone that you have been hoping to meet with as a networking opportunity. So let's create your call to action now. Grab your elevator pitch that you have created so far. And you want to start off with, I'd love to, and fill in the blank there. Don't forget, be bold, be brave, and ask for what it is that you want. And know that you've got this.
All right, great work, everybody. Now let's go back to the opportunity you all picked for us to create a live elevator pitch. We know that we have the intro and hook, the evidence, and the call to action. So the pitch that you all helped us build live is, for a possible partner for my app creation, my pitch would sound like this. Hi, my name is Genevieve, and I attended Technovation, and I'm really interested in getting my app out to people. While at Technovation, I learned example X and example Y. I'd love for you to partner with me in my app. Can we set up a meeting to talk more in depth? That's what it sounds like. Easy as that. So what do you think? I'd love for you to answer in the chat. If it's an engaging, well said pitch, give us a thumbs up. If you think it needs more work, you can give us a thumbs down. And you know what? That's okay. What we're here to do is to figure out where those pitches are great and where those pitches need more work. And it's always about refining them as we go through. So thumbs up if you think that was an engaging pitch that we all built together. Thumbs down if you think it could use a little bit of revision and work. And like I said, there are no wrong answers. This is just your opinion. I see some applause happening. I'm thinking that's a good sign. What do you think, Shashini?
Agreed. I think that was a beautiful pitch.
I think so too. They built a wonderful pitch. And then it's your turn. So you actually don't have to do any writing for this anymore. You already wrote your first sales pitch or your first elevator pitch along with us as we went through the example. So you have your intro and hook, you have your evidence, and you have your call to action. Now, does anybody feel brave enough to share with us your whole pitch? We have a special wall for you to share these on. Shashini is going to tell us how to do that right now.
Beautiful. So ladies, we've created a Padlet wall for you. Jennifer, do we want to play the video first, or do you want me to go through the instructions?
We can do it at the same time, I think.
Okay, perfect. So you can scan the QR code or follow the link to our Padlet wall. And once you open up the page, then you're going to click on the red circle with the plus sign at the bottom right corner. You're going to type out your pitch and you're going to publish it on the wall here for us. And we want to keep this Padlet wall going. So if you're not ready to post it right now, that's fine. You can come back to it later. If you were having a little bit of writer's block, you weren't really sure what to write, then grab some inspiration from the beautiful boss women that are here with us today. We want this to be an inspo wall for everyone. And we can't wait to see what you've come up with. And like Genevieve said, your elevator pitch is always going to be refined as you go through. It's going to really be changed and adaptable. It's going to be flexible. But we just want to have a place where you all can post your pitch that you created so far. And like we said, find inspo in the amazing women around you.
Love it. And one more time, a huge congrats to everybody for writing your elevator pitches with us. I'd love to see some more applause for everyone in the chat. Throw it up there. It's our virtual applause wall in that chat. Congratulations. It can be hard to do something for the first time, but now you know how to build an elevator pitch and you can continue to work on the one you started today. Remember, you can change up your pitch for different circumstances and depending upon what your situation is. And one thing you can do to become more confident when you practice your pitch is practice a whole lot. Practice in the mirror, practice out loud, practice for your parent, practice for your pet. I even like to record my pitches and then watch them back as part of my practice. So with enough practice, you'll have your elevator pitch that sounds comfortable and not robotic. You'll be engaging for your audience. And you remember all the things that make you great that you have to offer. And then don't forget to close out with that elevator pitch.
I am seeing some amazing pitches on our Padlet wall. I actually cannot wait once this is done to go through everything because everything looks bomb right now.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And keep adding. Even after we're done talking, you can go back and add. We're going to keep that up.
100%. This is for you. Okay, everyone, I think that takes us to the end of the time that we are all together. Thank you so much for your attention and your engagement with us in the chat and for playing along with us during our polls and creating our persona together, our example together. Thank you, Technovation, for having us. It was a very humbling and very inspiring place to be today. And thank you to everyone, our little tech gnomes in the background, making sure all of this happens so beautifully and smoothly. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.